What's new with the new BSA AML Exam Manual? That's today on RiskWatch. It's been nearly half a decade since the FFIEC and FinCEN have released a new update of the BSA AML Examination Manual. With us to provide an overview of critical changes is AffirmX's senior analyst, Coppelia Padgett. Coppelia, what is different in this manual?
Well, Shelby, of note is the new manual seems to represent a move toward the recognition of technology. This includes a focus on electronic filing of the new SAR and CTR, as well as new sections for prepaid access. As with other versions, there are two primary sections to the new examination manual: the core procedures and the expanded procedures. Let's take a look at the core procedures first. This section focuses on the more general areas of BSA AML. Not much in this section has been changed, although the Iran sanctions have been given their own section. Without a question, it emphasizes the importance of utilizing the institution's risk assessment to establish the scope of the examination. This places the responsibility of conducting a meaningful risk assessment on the shoulders of a proactive institution. Doing so is one way to ensure that your institution's BSA AML program is commensurate with your risk profile. Providing regulators a risk assessment also allows you to exert a measure of control over the examination process, because the absence of such documentation leaves it to your examiner to establish the context of your examination. As emphasized in our RiskWatch episode called Taking Control of Your Examination, such a practice is akin to rolling a dice. Bottom line, a risk assessment may be the most important action your institution can take, whether you do it internally or seek external assistance. As for SARs, the core procedures section emphasizes that while the use of attachments in SARs is an enhancement, using the statement "see attachment" as a replacement for the SAR narrative is not acceptable. This section has also been updated with important information about electronic filings of SARs and CTRs. The core procedures section also promotes the overall expansion of OFAC, with the need to designate an individual within your institution as responsible for OFAC compliance. The manual states that OFAC compliance isn't merely the meaningless monitoring of hits, but rather emphasizes the need for successful monitoring of hits. Based on our interaction with our clients and the new manual, it seems that OFAC is increasingly being emphasized. Now let's move on to the new expanded procedures section. This section provides insight into various areas of compliance, rather than simply providing examination procedures. As such, it remains a useful training guide for any institution and merits periodic review by all applicable departments. Areas of discussion within the procedures section are extensive, and they include the following: BSA AML compliance program structures, foreign branches and offices of U.S. banks, parallel banking, correspondent accounts, electronic banking, funds transfer, insurance, and more. The guidelines are largely similar to prior versions. However, for those institutions with applicable transactions, we recommend reviewing the new expanded exam procedures for bulk shipments of currency and prepaid access, such as eCash. For those tasked with conducting reviews, there are also some new steps to keep in mind. The first has to do with private ATMs. If applicable, the new procedures note a determination is needed whether the financial institution obtains information from Independent Sales Organization, or ISO, where an ATM is located regarding due diligence on its sub-ISO arrangements. The second has to do with NBFIs, or non-bank financial institutions. The new procedures include a step to determine the extent of the financial institution's relationships with NBFIs, and for institutions with significant relationships with NBFIs, the need to review the institution's risk assessment of this activity. So once again, we find an emphasis on risk assessments. And finally, MSBs, or money service businesses. The new procedures include the need to determine whether the financial institution has policies, procedures, and processes in place for accounts opened or maintained for MSBs. The important thing here is to ensure that sound due diligence and identification procedures are implemented. Those are the main sections, but there are also helpful sections regarding non-resident aliens and foreign individuals, as well as accounts for PEPs, or politically exposed persons, embassies, foreign consulates, foreign missions, professional service providers, NGOs, or non-government organizations, business entities, both domestic and foreign, and cash-intensive businesses, if those areas are applicable to your institution. Overall, it would seem the message is clear. Institutions should remain active in maintaining a robust and dynamic program commensurate to their risk profile. In layman's terms, do your risk assessment.
Thank you, Coppelia. For more information on how AffirmX can help you review or conduct a BSA AML risk assessment, please visit AffirmX.com. I'm Shelby Neal for RiskWatch. Thanks for watching.